Hi everyone, I'm here to show you how to upload your Moxi contacts. So currently it is spring 2020. Just letting you know that in case there's future updates so that we know when this video was made. There's a lot that has changed in Moxi, and now it's easy to upload your contacts. They've really streamlined the process and I could not be happier. So anyone can do it now. You can be on an Apple computer. You can have your own spreadsheet as long as a couple things are in line with what Moxi's looking for. It's great. So follow along, and if you have any questions, of course, you can always let me know. My phone number is 860-490-0166, or you can email me, erica.popick@ravis.com. I'm happy to help you anytime. So I'm going to share my screen so I can share with you how to do these steps. Okay, so here we are. So you should be seeing my lovely Zoom screen, but now we're going to change it to West Hartford office. Okay, so this is what we want to do. We want to log into Ravis 365. As you know, that's where you can find everything that you need. So we're going to scroll down until we see MoxiWorks. Click on MoxiWorks. And then it's going to take you, it might take you to present, but what you're going to do is you're going to choose to go into Moxi Engage. So, you know, you can have choices up here. So Engage or present. We want to go into Engage. This is going to be the thing that you want to remember for everything. It's always going to be Engage, people, my people. Engage, people, my people. That's where everything is now. Previously, you had to go to all these different screens, or things were just not where you would intuitively imagine them to be. So now it is Engage, people, my people. People, my people. Everything is there. So I'm going to click on people, my people. This is where you're going to find everything. So when you upload something, you're going to go to the little spoke. Now, the thing to remember about Moxi is the items under the spoke change depending on where you are in the Moxi platform. So if you don't go to people, my people first, your options under the spoke will be different. So remember, Engage, people, my people, go to the spoke. So this is where you'll find Import Outlook CSV. This is where you'll also find, under Import Outlook CSV, a place where you can go to the Help Center. So if you're totally thrown off by how to create the correct file for this, you can go to the Help Center and you can actually download either the how-to guide or the required CSV template. So this is going to generate for you the Excel spreadsheet that you will just type in your information. So you'll be good to go. Now, it's going to have a lot of different column headers. You don't need all of those for Moxi. You just need some basics. So you just need a first name, last name, and it's helpful to have an email address. But even if you're missing information, like, you could still put a first name in there and Moxi will upload it. So it will be like a placeholder. You'll keep that person in mind, and then you'll know that you need to add details. So there's no need to lose a hot prospect just because you don't have all of their information from the get-go. We know that sometimes you have just a first name and an email address. Sometimes you just have the name and a phone number, and then you fill in that information later. So that's not a problem. But anyways, let's close this out for now. So we want to do a couple different things first to get ready to upload our contacts. I would highly recommend making sure your file is correct first. And I would also recommend, that you set groups up first so that your groups are ready to go, so that once you upload your people, you have a place to sort them into. So those are your first two things. You're going to make sure you have a file to upload as far as your contacts go, and you're going to make sure you have groups that make sense to you. So let's talk about how to do that. We are going to first look at our file. So let's look at my file. This is a list of some of the agents from the West Hartford office. The reason it's not everyone is just because the upload process will take a little longer if the list is long. So for the purposes of demonstration, I just wanted to take a smaller chunk of our office. Now, why use agents? Well, for Moxi, think about it. You can actually send out like presentations, like email style newsletters, or maybe broker tour invites, that kind of thing. So it doesn't have to be limited to just buyers and sellers. Okay, so the place that I get this information, by the way, if you want to have like a huge agent broker list, I just went to the MLS. You can just go, you can filter it by office area, by agent, by town, whatever, and you can generate a whole list of agents, and then you can just copy them and paste them into an Excel spreadsheet. It's pretty easy and awesome. So let's say you've got a new listing out in Litchfield. Maybe you want to actually reach out to those Litchfield agents. It's really easy to do. All right, so anyway, that's one thing. If you have any more questions on that, you can always contact me. So I've got my list here. Now, this list, I on purpose did not make it the correct type. You'll see it's an Excel spreadsheet. It's not a CSV file. So when I go to upload it, there will be no option to upload it. It will not let me upload something like this. So what I want to do is I want to convert the file. And the way I'll do this is I'll do File, Save As. And I'm going to change this to CSV, comma, separated values. Save. Make sure you know where you're saving things, just for the ease of finding them and uploading them. All right, so now I've saved it in the correct format. I just wanted to show you how to do that because I see that a lot of people have their spreadsheet, but something is wrong with the format. Another thing I want to point out to you that is very important, we want to make sure the spreadsheet has as much information as possible, but you can do a kind of limited spreadsheet. It's fine. You can just do last name, make sure it looks like that as the column header, last name, first name, and then email address. Now, when I copied this from the MLS, it just said email. Moxi will not recognize a column header that just says email. It has to say e-mail space address. So make sure you change the column header. It's very easy to do. So even if you had all perfect data and you have the wrong columns, column titles, that's very easy to do. You just click on it and edit it accordingly. And that's fine. You don't need to like redo your spreadsheet or anything. So perfect. We're going to save it. Continue. It's going to ask me a lot of questions. Just continue. Okay. Yeah, save it. Okay, continue. Okay, that's all set. So now we've got our contacts all set. The next thing we want to do is we want to edit our groups. Now remember, engage people, my people, if you're not already on this screen. Edit groups, this is where it is. I want to add a new group. So I'm going to, you see some of my group names here. Long shots. Okay, so past buyers, past sellers. I'm gonna add Ravis agents. Now, West Hartford. Agents, maybe I wanna send out a Moxi presentation that's like a happy hour invite or something like that. Okay, so I'm going to create, group added. I have to save it. Great, okay. So now what we're gonna do is, you can add other groups too. I should show you. So edit groups, we can do other things too. Like if we think long shots is silly, we can get rid of them. I clicked there and I'm gonna click again, delete. Gone, that group is gone. People are never gone in Moxi. So once you upload them, they're always there. They're just not categorized. So I do want you to be very careful when you upload people. If you upload them more than once, they'll be in Moxi more than once. And there's not a very good way to consolidate them or get rid of them. There just isn't. So that is still one thing that is kind of annoying with Moxi. You have to kind of live with maybe some duplicates. Just when you're dealing with duplicates, just commit to one person, just commit to using one and moving one through the sales flow instead of moving two through the sales flow. That's something I can explain later. Right now, it's just about grouping contacts, but just wanted to say you're not alone if the duplicates are causing you problems. There's, not much you can do about that. You kind of have to go through one by one and combine them. So just try to not do duplicates. All right, so again, going back to the contact list, clean that list up as much as possible before you upload it, and that will save you a lot of stress and just like extra people in your sales flow. Okay, so anyways, I can also add new groups. I can add family, I can add whatever I want to add. Okay, save. They're asking me to confirm if I really want to delete my group of long shots. Yeah, that's fine. It's fine, trust me. Okay, so next what we're going to do is, remember we're in people, my people. Now we can go to the spoke and we can go to import Outlook CSV. I don't need to go to the help center because I already know that my file is correct. Even though I didn't use the one that can be downloaded from Moxi, I just used my own Excel spreadsheet and made sure the column headers were correct. It will ignore the data that it can't see. So I will select the file. And you will remember that I had a file that was just saved as an Excel spreadsheet. That's the file that I can't click on here because it wasn't saved in the correct format. This is the CSV file. So Ravis Agents, West Hartford for Moxi Upload. Okay, great. So I click that, import in progress. Looks like we're working on an import for you already. Oops, I was doing a sample import. Okay. All right, so I say okay. And then you wait a little while. I guess you'll get a pop-up or something when it's done. If I wasn't already doing an import, it would show on my screen that there was an import in progress. So you should really leave everything open while your contacts are importing. Then what you're going to do, once you get the pop-up, I wish I didn't have another thing importing so I could show you, but once it's done, you'll get a pop-up, and then you're going to type in here the search bar, import. Oh, it's not done yet. Okay, I guess we'll have to wait. All right, I might pause this. I think I'm going to pause this a little bit because I just want I want the file to show up, and I don't think you need to wait for me to. I'm going to move my screen over. Sorry, I don't want you to have to wait for my file to upload. So that's why I didn't use the long file, and it's still taking a long time. So let me just pause this and then I'll come back when it's done. Okay, I'm back again. Here we go. Let me share my screen. I just want to share what it looks like. Oops, am I not sharing it yet? Sorry about that. Okay, so this is what it looks like when it's importing. I wasn't getting actually that message before, so I had to stop some things and open up some windows again. So I just want you to know what it looks like. And then when this is done, oh, look at that. That's perfect. Okay, I was going to stop again and restart it, but here we go. So now we know we created a new group named imported on 0407, and it's time-stamped and everything so you can find it. Tells 24 number is the number of valid contacts we identified. 24 is the number of valid contacts we imported into Engage. Perfect. Okay, so got it. So now what we're going to do, this is very cool. You're going to type in here where it says search filter. You can find anyone in here. So you can start typing their name. You can start typing the group. So we know that they saved a file in here called import. So I'm typing import, and then here we go. Imported on 040720. And then it tells the time too. So if you do a bunch of these, you can see what time it is and see which one is the last one. And that will be the correct one to deal with. So I click on it. Okay, great. Now look at who I've got. So I have all of these names. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to select all. And I'm going to go where it says add to. And I'm going to add them to groups. Now, since these are agents too, I might add them to collaborator because they're not really clients of mine, but I just wanted to let you know that that's an option too, because I don't want them in my sales flow. That I'm not trying to sell them houses. Groups, and I'm going to click West Hartford Agents. And then I'm going to click Done. Perfect. Okay, so now they're always going to be there. Now, the other thing is too, let's say you had a mixed kind of group of people. They weren't all from the same group. That's fine. Deselect all. Remember, we searched for the imports. I'm just going to show you again how we found those people. So import, enter. Import, don't press enter, just kidding, that's what messed me up. Press, type in, you start typing it in, and then when it pops up, you click on it, and it will show you who you imported. Just give it a second. Now, let's say Wendy, Tom, Sharon, add to groups, past buyers, and friend. You know, you can put people in multiple groups. You can put some people in some groups, other people in other groups. So you don't have to select all and put them all in the same group. So that's really helpful. Okay, now that's it. You've got people in groups. That's how you do it. So when you go to people, my people, everyone should be in nice organized groups that make sense. Oh, I guess I'm already in people, my people, sorry. So this is the cool thing now. So let's say we want to go to present, because I want to send people in a similar group a certain, sort of like a digital postcard, but present is cool because it's more like a newsletter, or it could be interactive. I'm not going to go into all of that today, but you can recall that you can include video links. You can include like a video of yourself talking to people. There's all kinds of things you can do. Sorry for the dog interruption. Mailman must be here. So if you've created a presentation, I've created this one called Reaching Out. I didn't really do anything with it. It's just kind of a placeholder, but I could send this, let's say view, web. I can send this to everyone in a certain group, and this is what they'll get. This one's not a great one because I didn't put anything in there. We'll get my contact information. But you know that you can do special things with this. You could really do something a little more awesome. So I'm going to send it to everyone that is, I can send a PDF if I want to, send just the digital version to West Hartford Revis agents. See? And then I'll choose that, and it tells me how many people. It will also give you a little warning that if you're sending to more than 50 people, if you have groups of larger than 50, it will get sent through bulk mail, and that might get filtered out in some people's junk mail inboxes. So if you want to keep groups smaller, that's just a little tip for you. But think about all the things that you can do with this. You can send things to people who went to your open houses. You can, actually thinking about that, think about all the things you could actually send to them. You could create a presentation that's ready to go. It could be about like educating them about the inspection process, educating them about what a contract looks like. There's so many things that you could do. So once you group people, then you can really target them about what their needs are. So that just makes a lot more sense. So I hope that was helpful. You can always ask me if you have any questions. Again, my email is erica.popick@ravis.com. Oops, everything's slow now. So that's probably my cue to stop the video. But anyway, thank you for viewing this. If you have questions, again, just please reach out to me. I'm here to help you. And, this is a great time to organize your contacts. Might as well. And I want to just give you a little tidbit. It's okay to start small. So even if you have just a handful of people that you want to, see how that works, the uploading of contacts, try it with just a handful to make sure the process goes smoothly so that you don't waste your time going through all this effort and then having it kind of crash and burn. So just start small, nothing wrong with that. Always add yourself as a contact and see how things look on the other end. So when you send like an e-card or a newsletter or whatever you want to send it to yourself. Make sure it looks good. That's my tip. And don't forget, everything is in Engage, people, my people. Everything is there. So good luck, and let me know if you ever need any help.